Coach Stearns coming to you live from the floor of the Las Vegas Convention Center, back here with our coverage of the 2012 NAB show. We are the Pulse Network at thepulsenetwork.com. We're bringing you live streaming coverage from the South Lobby. If you're going to be here at the show one of the upcoming days, stop by and see us. We're in our Pulse on NAB show studio, our bloggers lounge, if you will. We've had Emmanuel Lewis, cool dude, stop by a little while ago. We've had Elvis Presley and Marilyn Monroe, who've been here. Marilyn loves me, by the way. And now we have just as cool a cat. His name is Ryan Salazar. His official title, he's the Director of Engineering and Post-Production of Studio Z. Ryan, thanks for stopping by.
Hi, how you doing?
Now, you're a self-proclaimed old-school broadcasting media guy,
right,
with some new school thinking, though, aren't you?
Right. I grew up in the...
Hold that right up so everybody can
I
hear.
grew up about 15 years ago. I was working at a large studio in Detroit, and I learned sort of the old school engineering side. And as well, I'm doing a lot of the IT side, as well as the newer technologies. You know, file-based systems, asset management systems, things like that.
So you're a digital media guy now, a new guy,
Right.
kind of like myself. I've made the leap to digital too. You're providing solutions to people with your company. I want to talk about that. You're also a blogger, and you've had you're a novice blogger, at least from when you started, and you're getting tons of play now, and from something you did just recently. I want to get to all that, but let's start with Studio Z. What do you do with Studio Z, and how do you offer solutions to people?
Sure. So our business is owned by Zimmerman Advertising, which is owned by Omnicom Group in New York. We're kind of the new wave of how post-production studios work, where an ad agency creates a studio.
Okay.
So we produce about 1,400 television and about 700 radio spots per month. They all get funneled from the agency. We produce those spots. We have automated processes in place for quality control, for delivery, so we can crank out all those spots with 34 to 37 employees. That's about what our staff averages in 1 month.
Wow. And so as a technology guy, as a director of engineering and post-production, you're also a biz dev guy too, though, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're looking for relationships that, you know, can be partnerships with you and your company, right?
Sure. Specifically, Studio Z is just primarily producing spots for Zimmerman Advertising. But as far as the website goes and everything, I'm creating quite a few relationships with organizations. So.
Let's talk about your blog. It's ryansalazar.net.
Yes.
Were you always a communicator? Did you always want that voice?
Sure. I've been a techie guy since I was a kid. I've been on the internet since it was Tag BBS and AOL. But
but the techie guys often are behind the scenes.
Right. I like the spotlight.
Okay.
So I created the blog in August, and now I'm up to 25,000 email subscribers, about 4,000 Facebook, 4,000 Twitter, and that grew over 1,000 in the past week. The Twitter followers.
Now, we'll get to that in a second. Your mantra, your mission statement, when people come to ryansalazar.net, what are you promising them? What are you giving them?
I'm giving them accurate information about new products, new companies. I talk about post-production facilities, movie studios, Digital Domain, or Sony Pictures Entertainment. We do stories, and we even do the history of those facilities. So lots of different topics that I'm talking about on the site.
And the attention you got this week, or recently, Autodesk, you broke some news. Let's talk about that. And boom, all of a sudden you're thrust into the spotlight.
You're right. A few weeks ago, I did a story, and in the story I referred to my little bird that gave me information. And
I've done those a few times before too. Usually
I'm not disclosing who that little bird is.
Yeah,
but,
when you do the unnamed sources, yeah.
So I did a story, and that story got pretty popular pretty quick. And then next morning came. I sent it out at 11 o'clock at night. Next morning came. My phone was ringing off the hook till like 6 o'clock at night. Then a few weeks later, I launched another story because I got some more information from the little bird, and sent it out, and it's been flying ever since. And the past week or so, the traffic's been unbelievable.
And talk about the news that you broke.
Oh, sure. So it was hinting at what the launch was going to be for Autodesk. It was hinting. It wasn't actually physically saying. Autodesk Smoke launched yesterday over at Dream Vision Studios in Vegas here.
So
I was at that event.
Were you surprised at the reaction you got?
Yeah, actually I was. I didn't think that it was going to get that much attention. When the newsletter got sent out to the 25,000 people last night at 3 o'clock from Dream Vision, I hit send on my iPad, and within seconds the site practically shut down for about 10 minutes. It wasn't shut down, but there was so much traffic coming into the system that it stopped functioning for a few minutes. But within 10 minutes or so, it resolved itself, and traffic has been coming in like crazy. So
So now you have this attention. Now you have all these newfound followers. You're here at the NAB show, the 2012 NAB show. We're the official social media video partner platform of the NAB show, this year's NAB show. We've got Keith Burtis and Carrie Stern and Jeff Griswold, our social team out there live tweeting what's going on. You're live tweeting as you're walking around here too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've had about 700 or 800 tweets since I got here on Thursday night.
Wow.
So I'm actually tweeting right now without even talking or touching my iPad. You're probably seeing tweets out
now
there.
That's content automation. So, but what are some of the conversations you've had that surprised you, or maybe some of the reactions
on the tweets?
Yeah,
a lot of people are ecstatic about the product being as affordable as it is going to be now. I mean, the product used to cost I don't remember what the original cost was, but a Smoke on Mac was $15,000. Now being $34.95, a guy in a small shop in the middle of a small town can get Autodesk Smoke and have the same quality of product that a large facility could afford in the past. So now everyone can get their hands on it.
So with Studio Z, again, let's tie it up with this show. The theme of the 2012 NAB show is the great content shift.
Right.
The fact that we all want content, where, when, and how we want it, and immediately, and on all devices, cross-platform, and all of that. And it's, as a business, it's changed or reinforced that you need to think differently. You need to feed all the platforms, all the channels. You have to think about mobile, and it all has to be there. So it's sort of made everybody a broadcaster, and it's sort of made you think differently, hasn't it, as a company? Talk about that a little bit.
You have to change with the times, you know. I'm kind of a progressive guy, so I like to change with the times. But yeah, I'm constantly looking for newer technologies to implement, ways to automate things, because everyone wants things done faster, cheaper, better technology, better efficiencies.
So you'll be tweeting. How can people get a hold of you?
People can reach me at ryan@ryansalazar.net or the website ryansalazar.net. I'm on Twitter as well, of course, just Ryan Salazar, or you can find me on Facebook, Ryan Salazar.
All right, Ryan, thanks for stopping
cool.
by. Nice to
Thanks
have
a lot.
you.
It was great meeting
All
you.
right, thanks for coming by the Bloggers Lounge here in the Pulse on NAB
All right.
Studio that we have. My name is Butch Stearns. We're the Pulse Network at thepulsenetwork.com. Again, we're giving you live, continuing coverage of the 2012 NAB show. If you want to follow what's going on, you can follow Ryan. You can follow the hashtag NAB show. Tweet at NAB show. Tweet at us at The Pulse. We'll be continuing those conversations. We'll be providing you the latest of what's going on, and we'll continue with our live interviews and our live streaming coverage all day, all throughout the week here on the Pulse Network, thepulsenetwork.com.